Hi there, I'm back. Some of you have sent me some emails asking me about MEPS and what happens during the MEPS visit. So I'm gonna take some time to tell you what I experienced when I went to MEPS for the first time. The closest MEPS here is about an hour from where I live. So my recruiter took me to a hotel. He dropped me at the hotel at about 3 in the afternoon. So I had the rest of the day to just do pretty much nothing. Just stayed in my room and went downstairs. I met some folks from the Army, some guys from the Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. So you're gonna see a lot of folks from other branches in the same hotel. Have dinner. I think dinner goes from 5 to 9:30 or something like that. So I have some free dinner, and then I went back to my hotel room and then stay there. I got up at 4:30 the next morning. Breakfast goes until about 10 after 5, and then there's a bus waiting to take you and the other applicants to MEPS. The bus leaves about 5:15, so we left at 5:15. Got at MEPS. There were two guys outside waiting for us. They received us. They kind of gave us a quick brief about what was going to happen for the next few hours. We went to the metal detector and all the security checks. They separated us between all the branches, so all the folks from the Army, Navy, and then we began our physical. The physicals are pretty simple. Everything you're going to be doing there as far as physical exams, they're very, very simple. The only thing is the waiting. So you're going to separate you in small groups of maybe 5, 7, 10, and then while one group is doing the visual exam, a different group will be doing the hearing exam, and then a different group will be taking all the blood samples and the drug tests. So have small groups rotating around and going to those different stations. Like I said, there is a visual exam, very simple. It will take you just a few minutes. There is a hearing test that is also very simple. You're gonna have a headphone and a little thing for you to click on, and then it'll start in one ear. So you will hear little beeps, and every time you hear something, you need to click on that thing. The beeps are gonna start loud and they're gonna decrease. So sometimes it'll be really hard to hear them, but just every time you hear something, just go ahead and click. We'll do that for a few minutes, then you're gonna start hearing the beeps on your left ear, and then you go from there. Same thing. Every time you hear something, click on it. The blood test, you're gonna take some blood samples. That was pretty quick. The drug test, so the guys are gonna have to pee in the little cup, and they will tell you right away if you passed or failed. What else? Before you even start your physical, you're gonna go to a room with maybe an Army guy or a Navy guy, and they're gonna help you filling out more paperwork regarding your medical history, and that'll probably take 30-40 minutes. So the hearing, the visual, blood test, drug test. You're gonna go to a room. The guys are gonna separate the guys and the girls at this point. The guys are gonna go to a room. They're gonna strip to their underwear, and then they're gonna do all some moving the hands and the shoulder and the elbow and jumping and walking on your knees, doing the duck walk. There's a doctor there watching you and observing you to make sure that everybody is able to perform all those movements. After that, you will have a one-on-one with the doctor. He's going to ask you some things about your medical history. He's going to check going to ask you to take your underwear out, and he's going to check your rear end. That was kind of embarrassing. So, but again, it's pretty quick exam. I'm gonna check your heart, your breathing, and all that. Um, and that's pretty much it. Usually your physical will be done before noon. So you're gonna be done with all your stuff before noon. They're gonna give you lunch, and then after lunch, everybody that passed the physical, they'll be able to meet with their counselors or job counselors and see if they can find a job that they want. If they can find a job, they will sign the contract and swear in. I hear that right now the Navy is pretty full, so a lot of folks are passing the physicals, but they cannot swear in or sign the contract because they can't find the job that they want. So that's it. Overall, it's a pretty easy day. The only bad thing is the waiting. You're gonna be waiting a lot. You're gonna be in line for all those exams and then always waiting. Those guys, they were there, the MEPS folks, they were very polite, very nice people. At least the MEPS that I went here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Very nice guys, very helpful. So I thought it was pretty easy. When I went there, I had a previous medical history. I had some knee surgeries when I was in high school, so I went there knowing that I was disqualified already. But the doctor saw that I was in shape and I was able to perform all those exams and all the physical stuff. So he recommended a waiver, and that has been approved already. I had to go back to MEPS for a second visit to see a specialist before my medical waiver was approved. And the next video will be probably about the second visit. If you are in a situation like mine that you have to get a medical waiver, sometimes they will require you to see a specialist. So I'll let you know what happened when I went there for the second time. It was even easier, but still a lot of waiting. So I think that's it, folks. For some of you, if you need a waiver, if you go through the physicals and you need a waiver, the doctor will either recommend you for a waiver or not. So you might be disqualified right away and then you're done with your process, or the doctor will recommend a waiver and then you will work with your branch, Navy, Army, to get the documentation together and then get the waiver approved. So I guess that is it. I thought I was gonna go to MEPS this week to hopefully find a job and sign the contract, but I was not able to go there. So now I'm gonna wait for my recruiter, and maybe next week I'll be able to get to MEPS. But for now, again, I'm just waiting for. I have kids, so I need a second waiver. It's called a dependency waiver. And they kind of take a look at your financial stuff, or my financial stuff, and then they might approve it or not. My recruiter is pretty confident that it will be approved, but you never know. So I'm still waiting, and hopefully I'll know something maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. So as always, if you have any questions about waivers or MEPS or the processing, shoot me an email, or you can follow me on Twitter, check my blog, and I'll try to help. So I'll see you guys later. Take care.